The galaxy had known peace, for the most part, for nearly a century. Dozens of civilizations sat on the Galactic Council. Trade flowed. Borders were respected. Disputes were settled through diplomacy rather than warships. And then humanity finished building Valkyrie. No one had seen it, not fully. Rumors had swirled for decades. Leaked schematics, intercepted data bursts, speculative reports on Terranet. Most assumed it was exaggerated. A Titan-class vessel, a ship said to be 5 kilometers long, bristling with unknown energy sources? Absurd. Until it arrived. The Council was mid-session on Aveni's Prime, a floating city world that housed the interstellar governing body. Delegates from 100 species were discussing tariffs on antimatter production when the warning beacons lit up. Unidentified object exiting slipspace. Single vessel. No transponder codes. Approaching Council-controlled space. And then the scans came in. Mass, colossal. Hull composition, unknown. Weapons, uncountable. A silence spread across the chamber. Delegates froze. A few of the more primitive species fainted outright. The Aveni's planetary defense grid activated automatically. Thousands of satellites locked onto the vessel. Then it broadcast in perfect Council standard. This is UNS Valkyrie, representing the United Terran Systems, requesting formal first contact. The Council had not seen a new species approach this confidently in generations. Most newcomers arrived in shuttles or small exploration craft. Humble, cautious. Valkyrie did not sneak in. It arrived like a god entering a temple. The ship entered orbit slowly, escorted by a fleet of human-built escorts that hadn't even shown on early scans. Cloaked? Or something else? Its hull shimmered with adaptive plating. Its engines ran cold, with no discernible energy trail. And along its sides, an emergency session was called. Humanity had been known for years, of course, explorers, traders, colonists. But they'd stayed distant, independent, refusing to join the Council or reveal the full extent of their military capability. Now, they made their entrance, and the galaxy held its breath. Admiral Rhea Solari stood at the center of the Valkyrie's bridge, watching as her ship cast a shadow across Aveni's Prime. "Status report," she said calmly. "Council fleets holding position," her XO replied. "Defenses are hot, but they haven't fired." "Let's keep it that way," Rhea said. "Activate diplomatic channel." The Council's high speaker, a crystalline being named Veltharn, addressed her through a secure hololink. "Admiral Solari, we were not expecting this form of contact." Rhea smiled slightly. "With respect, Counselor, humanity has spent the last 50 years observing, listening, learning. We've watched as the larger empires claimed protectorates, as weaker species vanished without explanation. We've seen your diplomacy and your hypocrisy. That caused a stir among the watching delegates. We are not here to ask for acceptance," Rhea continued. "We are here to announce our presence. Humanity will no longer remain in the shadows. Valkyrie is not a weapon. It is a promise." Veltharn's voice crackled. "A promise of what, exactly?" Rhea leaned forward. "That if any hand is raised against our people, or those we protect, it will be the last hand that species raises." Back on Aveni's Prime, chaos reigned behind the polished veneer. Dozens of empires scrambled to reassess their military standings. Treaties were reread. Secret pacts were questioned. Intelligence agencies were ordered to find everything on the UNS Valkyrie. Because this wasn't just a warship. It was a message. Within a week, humanity unveiled more. Footage from their colonies. Proof of Dyson sphere construction in a distant binary system. Time-dilated messages from outposts operating near black hole event horizons. And perhaps most terrifying, diplomatic pacts with dozens of minor species, extinct or enslaved according to Council records, now thriving under Terran protection. Humanity had been building not just ships, but alliances. A new era began. The Council was no longer the center of power. It was one voice among many. And Valkyrie remained in orbit, not as a threat, but as a monument, a reminder that humanity had arrived. and the galaxy would never be the same. Years later, cadets at the Interstellar Academy would study that day. The day the council froze. The day the balance of power shifted with the hum of a silent engine. The day a ship named Valkyrie whispered across the stars. We're here now. Try us.